I know us YouTube lot are known for being a bit dramatic here, aren't we, when it comes to Football Manager? I don't think it's an exaggeration to suggest this is the biggest episode of Football Manager I've played on YouTube in the last few years. Vissel Kobe versus Tokyo 23, the J1 Giants, a team that formerly Iniesta's played for. Let's be honest, they're quite a good team. And yet, as a little J3 club, we have weaseled our way through, and I think weaseling really has been the name of the game, all the way to the semi-finals of what is essentially the nation's FA Cup. A chance for us to prove ourselves on the big stage. We are 2 wins away from the Champions League of Asia. Yeah, it could happen. But for it to happen, we have to go to Vissel Kobe's backyard and get a result. This stadium looks absolutely insane, and we have got an away day. In earlier stages of the Emperor's Cup, the lower seeded team gets drawn at home. Turns out that's not a thing from the semi-final onwards, so thanks Football Manager and the J-League. And if you're wondering, top goal scorer in the competition is Thiago Borbas, who I think when we look at him, he's very good, isn't he? Yeah, he plays for Vissel Kobe. He's on £18,000 a week. For context, my wage budget's £17,000. Gonna be hard. Anyway, that game is up first today. We've got an away day to do. We've got a massive cup game on the horizon. Let's run the intro and get straight into things, shall we? Let's be real, today could be an absolute disaster on the football pitch, but we've earned the right to have that disaster live to get this far in the competition. Elsewhere, since last episode, we've played a host of J3 games. In fact, you can see here, we've played 5 games, won 3, lost 2. Yeah, lost 2. One of those results came against Kata Amare. I hope I've said that name correctly. It sounded good, didn't it? They scored in the 96th minute after their goalkeeper got injured in the 94th minute. I'll be honest, when the highlights started playing in the 96th minute, genuinely thought we were going to score, then they went up the other end and scored. And what made this worse was Denise missed a penalty in this game. The other game that we lost was just a bit of a disaster class at home. Azul Claro, not a remarkable team, not a super good team, certainly in the context of our league. They beat us 1-0, and we just weren't very good. I mean, they had a lot of the ball when we had it. Didn't do anything. In spite of that, though, we have won our 2 most recent games. We did also win the first game of our recent run of matches at 1-0. 3-0 against Nara was nice. And then in this game here, this 4-3 win, it was chaotic to say the very least. We were 4 goals up after 48 minutes. I was feeling rather chilled out. Then they scored 3 goals in the last 20. Yeah, we missed a penalty in the 94th minute. At that point, I thought, well, they're just going to go up the other end and score now in the 96th minute again. Fortunately, Omarov's miss wasn't going to cost us, and we did manage to get a win, and I'm kind of thankful we've got it, because we're in a good spot. You know, second place is looking rather comfy at this point, but Hollyhock are running away with things. If we win our next game, we go 3 points behind them with slightly better goal difference. Maybe we could push them to end the year. But I suppose the big news here is that Catalan, who are our big rivals, they're currently 3rd in the league, have actually failed to win many games recently. In fact, they've won 1 of their last 5. So as bad as our form's been, theirs has been that little bit worse. So at this point, albeit there's still a few games left to play, we are looking to shoe in for promotion. Obviously, I do want to win the league. Based on recent form, we're not going to win the league. Now, of course, another ongoing issue here at the football club has been the injuries. We had 9 injuries in the month of September. I'm pleased to report we've had 2 in October so far. What it does mean is that we are pretty much at full strength today. Batata is coming back from injury. I've been told he can play 75 minutes. He will be playing at least 75 minutes today. Anyway, that is you all caught up. So before we get into this massive match, it's time to do an away day. We are heading to the Novir Stadium, Kobe. I'm definitely not saying that correctly. It looks massive. It looks scary. Let's go see what it's got to offer on Google Maps, shall we? So for today's away day, we are heading west. We are heading further west than we've gone in a little while, as we are heading west of Osaka to Kobe, which, I'll be honest, wasn't that familiar with. Did have to check on Google Maps. I would like to assume that I'm just going to be able to spot a giant stadium somewhere here. There's a running track there. It's not the stadium. It can't be that difficult to find, can it? He says as he pans over Kobe for the first time and realises it's bloody massive. That's just a body of water. Oh my word. Okay, I found the stadium. I am shocked where this stadium is. It looks like it should be ours. See, what is it with football stadiums being built, like, near the docks and stuff in Japan? Here is the Vissel Kobe Stadium. We've got a park and garden on one side. That's bloody exciting. We've not had an eventful away day in a while. There is a fleet of green cars lined up. Maybe you have to have a green card to work at this football team, even though they play in black and white. In terms of theme parks and other activities, options limited, and I am concerned about the car parking situation, because unless this is all car parking, which I don't think it is, you're going to struggle to park anywhere here. Okay, there's loads of dots. That fills me with joy. Is it bad? The first thing I want to do is go and look at the park. Maybe that says a lot about me. I need to go touch grass in real life. Here we are, touching grass outside the stadium that looks like a bloody spaceship. This looks epic. Wow. I don't want to be critical of the park or anything. I was thinking there'd be some benches or something. It's just a field of grass. There's so many options in and around the stadium. I don't even know where to go here. There's futsal courts. Is it a futsal court, not a futsal pitch? According to Google Maps, it certainly is. Here they are. Imagine just going for a little game of futsal next to this monstrosity of a stadium. It looks insane. Is it just that I've been in the non-leagues for ages? I've forgotten what big football stadiums look like? Or is this just... This is mad. I feel like I have to do a lap of honour. It's been a while since I've been able to do a lap of the exterior of a stadium. Normally I criticise stadiums for being too symmetrical. You know, I want a stadium that's got a bit about it. This one does not need a bit about it. It looks crazy. I love also the fact that someone took the time on behalf of Google, I have to say, just to wander around this area. Here is the fleet of green vans. I'm sure someone can give me the backstory on what company this is, who just happened to be next door. I mean, even this little bit around the stadium, I feel like I'm walking through a park. According to the game, this stadium only holds 23,000 people. Is it just me who feels like it looks way bigger than that? It looks insane. Also, here is the car parking. This is depressing. Maybe this is a reflection of the possible attendances. This side of the stadium, not quite as impressive. I don't even know if you can get in this side of the stadium. We're just on the opposite side to that main entrance before. Maybe you can only access the stadium from the corners on this side. This is a bit weird. Again, shout out to whoever did do the lap of the ground. I think this is actually car parking area here. I mean, the bollards make it look like it probably is car parking. That and the fact there's cars there. I mean, if that is parking, they really should mark it out, shouldn't they? Can we go to this side? I just want to check. Is this car parking too? Could I stick a car here? Probably not. I know actually in Japanese football culture, you know, pre-game, often teams will have like little market stalls and kind of loads of family day activities. Football in Japan is definitely like a family day out thing. I'm going to assume that this area here on match days is just covered in all like the pre-game spiel. I'm a little bit interested in this entrance here. Can I get a look at this entrance here? I can. Oh, okay. There's like a walkway up top to get into the stadium. I'll get my first sneak peek of the inside. I mean, this is bloody intimidating, isn't it? Ah, okay, we are in the right place. They've got the rugby posts up on the Google Map footage of the inside, which is somewhat concerning considering we're here for a game of football. This stadium does not look as big on the inside, does it? Is the pitch absolutely massive, or is it all just a big illusion? I mean, don't get me wrong. This is such a cool stadium. Here it is on a match day. I'm trying to work out who this team is here. It might be Raysol. I'm looking at Kashiwa. Is it Kashiwa Raysol? I can confirm it is Kashiwa Raysol. Excellent detective work there, Jack. Well, I'm sure we're going to encounter this lot in a future away day. In terms of the actual stadium, it does look just bloody cool, doesn't it? I did notice as well, there's loads of dots in the stadium here. Can we go in this bit of the stadium? Oh, there is a gym. We can do yoga. Is this a gym for the players or is this a gym for the public that anyone can come and use? I think it might be the latter. This is wild. No wonder the stadium's so big. They're like hiding a bloody shopping centre in here. The sports clubs, there's just shops. You know, if you want to get whatever this stuff is, you can just get it. Okay, at this point, I've clicked around here. It's feeling too much like exercise, so I'm going to leave now. But what an away day. I'll tell you what, first bit of drone footage on an away day so far of the series. This looks so cool. The park, I will apologise. It doesn't actually look that bad from up here, does it? But the stadium itself looks so cool. The location, the ocean out to the south side here. This just looks really cool, doesn't it? Even the stadium from above looks absolutely mad. It is one of those stadiums that looks bigger from the outside than the inside. And this side here where the gym and stuff is, I assume just there's other stuff in there that I just didn't find. It's crazy. I mean, it's a bit obvious really, but we're taking on a team in J1, a very successful team in the context of Japanese football as well. It has to be said, reigning champions in real life. They've got a really cool stadium. I don't know if it's the fact I've been jaded by some away days without footage, with lack of adventure, or the fact we've just not been to a big stadium in a while. I really like this one. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. If it had a theme park, we'd be pushing a 9. I'm sure going into this game, the Vissel Kobe fans are thinking, yeah, we should win by a few. We should be pushing on a 9. They're probably saying it for a completely different reason to me. But this game is a game that we have earned the right to play. Very likely they are going to play some kind of 4-4-2, which could be interesting. In terms of our team, we are pretty much at full strength for today's game. Yamada and Denise are going to have a massive game in the center and the midfield. In the defense, I am now kind of just settling on Numata, Ataki, Yoshida, Mitsuhashi. It's a defense that at our current level in J3 is perfectly serviceable. Against J1 opposition, it's going to be tested, but Numata, I don't know, when I've given him game time, he has performed way above his attributes, and he is just our best left-back option. And by comparison, Ataki obviously started the season at left-back. You can kind of see from his recent form, has been picking it up more lately, and I feel like I just have to play him at centre-back. Noda is back in goal for us today, by the way, has been injured for a hot minute, which was a bit of a shame, but back today and elsewhere, Batata and Takagi up front. I feel like the hero of yesterday's episode, Matsushita, probably feels a bit hard done by to be dropped, but let's not forget, he got his 4 goals last time on off the bench, so maybe this is where he just needs to be. I feel like I've gone into so many of these cup games saying, well, the underdog is probably going to come crumbling down today, and yet we've already knocked out 2 J1 teams and a J2 club or 2. We've caused a fair few upsets so far. Away from home here, semi-final here. Let's be real, this is a slightly different kettle of fish. I do feel like we've benefited from the fact... Have they got Hakim Ziyech in their team? Sorry, there is a Ziyech taking a corner to Kuroda, who shoots, it's blocked, he shoots again, it goes wide. How good is their team? Yeah, they've got Hakim Ziyech in their team. They've just, he's better than my players. That's all I'm going to say. I'm now just looking at the other players in their team. Erison is pretty good, isn't he? He's bloody good. And they've even got Baumgartel. I mean, okay, well, if we win this, it really is a miracle. Then again, some people will argue it's a miracle that we've got this far. I just need the miracle to keep on going that little bit longer. Yeah, we're going to take things as they come today. It could be tricky. It will be tricky. They've got another set piece. Ziyech is good at set pieces too. They had half a chance from the first one. This one is whipped to the back post where they've hit the crossbar. We've managed to clear it away though, so let's just relax. Everything's fine. 20 minutes we've survived. 20 minutes we've survived. Denise, let's do more than survive. Let's thrive, my friend. Yamada to the byline. Options in the middle. Pulls it back. Takagi is there. Takagi rocks the woodwork. It's not dealt with entirely. It is now. And in a game where chances for us might be few and far between, to rattle the woodwork like that is saddening. That said, I mean, we've still got the ball here. Takagi bringing it forward. Options inside. Yamada shoots wide. It makes it sound like I'm cursing your mother, doesn't it, really? Okay, half an hour played. Is it bad that I feel like we're in it and we have a chance to win it? Potentially. I feel like if they get one, the floodgates could potentially open. We've not been behind against any of the J1 teams that we've faced so far in this competition. I feel like keeping our head above water is important. I know we came back last episode. I feel like that was an exception and a miracle rather than something we can do on the regular. But if we're going to do it, we have to do it today. Hamayoshi scores them. Ziyech with the assist. I don't know if Noda maybe could have, should have, would have done that little bit better. The ball was worked nicely by them here. Hamayoshi laid it wide. Ziyech then back inside. The goal scorer here, according to the game, it was his first goal of the season there. Noda's not covered himself in glory. Okay, 10 minutes left of this half. I'm going to just give the players a little bit of encouragement. This has not been disastrous. You know, if we can keep it to 1 goal going in at the break, that's pretty blooming good. I mean, to be fair, just to give them a game would be good, wouldn't it? Noda with a lovely little save there. They're having a lot of shots. Okay, 6 minutes left of the half. Throwing deep in their own territory here. Obu now the throw-in taker with the ball at his feet, looking to potentially launch it forward, I imagine. He gives it short. So far in this game, we've had chances that we've not taken. I fear now that we're going to be put to the sword. Defensively, we have been up against it a fair amount. We've conceded a lot of shots against us by our own standards. And, well, they could be creating something here. Danilo in a wide area. The Brazilian forward skips past his man like he's not even there. Kuroda, options inside. Borbas is one of them. And it is 2-0. I feel like there was somewhat of an inevitability, wasn't there, about this result here. We did so well to earn a chance, but away from home against one of the best teams in J1 and a team that actually this year are doing quite well. I think both Kashima Antlers and Urawa, who we've taken on, they've been struggling in the league. These guys are good. I feel like that should have been given offside, but it's not been given offside. Denise, free kick, hits it. That wasn't far away. If that had gone in, that changes my team talk at half-time. Instead, though, I've got to get a bit shouty, haven't I? I am now going to do the whole roll in the dice thing of going a lot more attacking in this second half. Komori's not played well at right mid. I'm going to bring in Matsushita, but I'm actually going to play him as the pressing forward and move Batata into the right wing area, which is a position he can play for us. Kayanoki's not been great on the left-hand side, so I feel like I'm going to bring in Sakurai as well. Want to get some fresh legs into the team. Elsewhere, Numato, who I bigged up as our go-to left-back option, is on a 6.2 rating. I'm really tempted to make another change, but I feel like I've got to save them at least a little bit longer. Has just dawned on me, forgot to do this. Yamada and Denise need to swap. I mean, so far in this game, we've had 35% of the ball. They've had, 11 shots to our 5? We've had shots. We've had chances. There could be one here as well. 8 minutes into the second half. Can we add a little bit of spice? You know, if they get one more, people are going to start changing channel at home, aren't they? They're not going to watch the rest of the Emperor's Cup game. If we get a goal here, it's game on. Denise, you've made me wait a while for this, mate. It better be good. He hits it. Is that the second time we've hit the woodwork there? The keeper may have even saved it. It's still with Sakurai, but that was an opportunity. It's floated in. And Mike Kawa for them is just going to collect. Vissel Kobe now looking to build the ball out from the back. Okamura lays it forward towards the edge. It's taken down Hamayoshi within the midfield, but won by Sakurai the sub. Well, Matsushita fresh off the bench too. Gives it to Batata. He shoots. He scores. He's offside. I can see the flag raised on the far side, and for just a second we had hope. Okay, an hour played here. More fresh legs needed. Yoniyama on for Yamada. Elsewhere, Takagi's not been great. Omarov, on you come. Do Kazakhstan proud? Can't say it with absolute certainty. I feel like the sentence, do Kazakhstan proud, probably has never been said by a Football Manager YouTuber in a video ever before. At least an English-speaking channel. I don't know, maybe the Kazakhstani Football Manager YouTube scene is thriving. What I know is, we have a chance here. Matsushita saved. And, oh, we've had chances. We've had so many chances. I'm clutching onto my chair with anger because I feel like on another day we actually could have maybe been a level at 2-2 here. We still do have the corner, by the way. It's whipped in. It goes over everyone heartbreakingly. And yet, we've had the chances. We've just not been able to take them. What I will say is in the second half, we've played much better, in spite of the fact we've actually had much less of the ball. We're letting them have the ball more, but it's much deeper in their area. I've got a corner here. I mean, if we get one goal back, do we start to believe Yoniyama whips it in? It's headed away. Do it for me, lads. Do it for the channel. Yoshida. Keep the dream alive. Ataki. Mitsuhashi, the right back. He's been here since the beginning. I say it every time he's touched the ball. Denise through the middle. Was in goal one day. He's up top today and, well, he's put his shot wide. Maybe he should be in goal. And now it's Vissel Kobe with a set piece. I mean, they are committing a lot of men to the attack here. If we are able to defend it, which is looking like a big if, it's gone in. It's going to count as well, isn't it? It's an own goal. I was going to say, is it looking like a big if? Maybe we could catch him on the counter-attack. It's not going to happen. What a heartbreaking way for this run to end. It's 3-0. It's game over. I know Ataki scored the own goal here. This is on Noda, isn't it? What has Noda done there? Noda's got scared. He saved it. It's hit Ataki in the face and got in. That is the perfect summary of the game today, isn't it, really? 5 minutes left here. We've done ourselves proud. You know what? Yeah, it's come to a bit of a screeching halt today, but to make the semi-finals is no mean feat. I'm sure our day will come to win this cup competition. It wasn't really a competition I had at the top of my priorities as, hey, I want to win this before the save's over. At this point now, I really want to win the Emperor's Cup before the save is over. Ziyech now with a corner for them. I mean, how many set pieces has this man taken on his left foot? Too many is the answer. 4 minutes of added time, 3 goals down. It would be the greatest Football Manager comeback you've ever seen if we get 3. If we get 1... That's not being ridiculous. Matsushita scored, that's nice. What I will say is the annoying thing about scoring that goal is you now look at the XG, you kind of look at the overall balance of the game and the chances we had, the disallowed goal that we had. It wasn't that far away from being much, much closer than 3-1 suggests. 4 minutes of added time here is going to come and go. It finishes here 3-1. We were much better in the second half. Match momentum kind of shows that. I do feel like with a team that lacks fitness, like ours does in terms of raw stamina and physicals, kind of starting games slower against bigger teams, conserving some energy by not pressing, just sitting deep, and then looking to expend that energy in the second half is kind of the way to go. But yeah, 3-1, Vissel Kobe. Enjoy yourselves. You've beaten a J3 team. I hope you're proud of yourselves. I was hoping we'd get some prize money in this competition. We do get a little bit. £108,000 is not an insignificant sum of money for a team such as ours. I mean, We started this year with about £4.8 million in the bank. I know we've made a few hefty sales as the season's gone on. Although, actually, saying all of that, I think we're still due like 600,000 from Yamada's sale. But nevertheless, our finances look really healthy this year, which is good. Anyway, I am going to do one more game today. We're taking on Fujita MYFC. They're in 16th. We're in 2nd. Technically, it should be an away day. I'm not going to do the away day. I feel too sad. I mean, here is the stadium. It's in a bloody forest. That'll do us, won't it? That'll do. I'm sad. Let's get to a second game today. Okay, I didn't realise this. We're the only team playing today against Fujita. We're in 2nd. Katila, I've only just realised, really. They are now, what, 8 points behind us. If we win here, we will be 11 points ahead of them. There's only 15 points left on offer for now and the rest of the season. There's 5 league games left. Tomorrow we're going to be ending the year. What it does mean, though, is a win here would just about guarantee us an automatic promotion spot. And naturally, I want to hunt down Hollyhock. So we do really need to win this one. Not the most exciting team selection news. It's the exact same team that played the last game. I know it's easy to look at that last performance and think, why would you play the same team? It was against Vissel Kobe of J1. Look, we're allowed to get battered by them. And 3-1 wasn't really a battering. I actually feel like we played okay. Our opposition today are down in 16th. I know we're away from home and our form looks suddenly really scary and bad. This is the perfect opportunity to get back on the straight and narrow to end the year. Okay, they've got a corner early on in this game. They've had a lot of chances and a lot of the ball. I know that tends to be the case, but it's an uncomfortable amount that they've had. And what makes it more uncomfortable is the fact they've just scored a corner. They've had 77% of the ball so far in this opening stage of the game. Admittedly, this is, I think, only their 2nd shot on target. Less than ideal to be behind, though. Then again, you know what? Kickoff highlight, straight up the other end and scoring. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Takagi with the ball, lays it wide to Komori, the right midfielder. Very quiet this year, Komori. Not had that many moments of madness. Maybe have a moment of, well, I was going to say madness. That was a madly bad cross. He's gone straight to Kawano in goal for them, who's now going to look to launch it long. If they score a second, suddenly, I'm going to be panicking here, and immediately, I'm probably going to be changing to the attacking system. I'm already thinking about going to the pressing system just because they're having too much of the ball for our game plan to work. Komori in a wide area here. Talks about the fact he's not done enough. And again, it's a disappointing cross. This one, though, not cleared away particularly well. Yamada, Takagi. Kayanoki was the one who actually took the shot. I think he stole that off Takagi. That was very playground football there. But it's going to go in the back of the net. It's going to count. Takagi took what I don't even feel like was really a loose touch. It's more just a case of Kayanoki decides he's running into the box and that he's better positioned to shoot. Smashes it in. I think the keeper was caught out, as all we were. And it's 1-1. I did just say there, as all we were. As we were? That is what I was trying to say. It sounded like I was saying that. Well, we were like Borat or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'll tell you what would be sad, right? If we get 2nd in the league wrapped up, but we can't chase down Hollyhock, or there's no high-stakes ending to the year. If I've not got a game for the title towards the end of things, maybe we just, settle for 2nd place. Do I just come back tomorrow for a transfer special? I'll let you guys be the judge and let you guys do some decision-making on that one down in the comments below. Either way, for the here and now, we need to worry about this performance on the pitch. The ball is wide with Sakamoto for them. Laid forward now to Kazumi. Back wide to Kazumi now. I'll tell you what, they're knocking around the ball with some confidence here, aren't they? Sakamoto to the byline. Options in the middle. If they get a goal now, I'm going to be bitterly disappointed. I want to be annoyed with Noda, but that's just a good header, isn't it? Sakamoto at right mid, skipped past Numatu. Again, not having the best of games. He's already booked. Kazumi whipped it in, and then this header here just loops over the keeper. I can't blame Noda, can I? Right, we've come back once. We need to come back again. Denise, step up. He had a lot of free kicks last game. Couldn't find the target. He's hit the woodwork with another one there. I'll tell you what, if you got points hitting the woodwork from free kicks, we'd be bloody well off, wouldn't we? So far in this game, there's been 5 shots on target in 41 minutes. Not exactly been a classic. It's 2-1 at the break, and I think you all know what's going to happen here. What was that? Going to get shouty. We're going on the front foot. And I'm actually going to make the same changes I made last game. I'm going to bring in Matsushita. I'm going to bring in Sakurai. Going to deploy them in the wide area. No matter on a booking, I detest. Jamin, in you come. If this can work half as well as it did last game, I feel like we should be capable of at least getting a goal or two. Naturally, though, as we play on the front foot, we are going to leave ourselves a little exposed at the back. I'm sure Hollyhock are watching this game, wishing for our demise, wishing for us to fall off the pace so they can cruise to a title. I don't want that to be how our season concludes. Yamada losing out there at the edge of the box, and suddenly they've got 4 players on one. Sawada, what are we watching here? What is this? Sawada's free for them. It's a great tackle that's been given as a penalty. That is a joke, referee. I mean, I can't argue with it. D won the ball there in 3D. The 2D is probably just a completely different story. Kazumi's already got 1. He's stepping up here to make it 3-1. And that penalty is a joke. The penalty, I'm going to just blame the ref. The referee is, I can't say that word, I'll get demonetized. I wonder what the Japanese fans have as chance towards referees. I feel like Japanese people, they have this facade. I don't want to say facade, that makes it sound fake. You know, Japanese fans, they're known for being friendly and nice. They clean up the stadium every World Cup, and you see it on your Twitter feed how nicely they've done tidying it. Do you reckon they cuss out referees? I feel like everyone does, right? Okay, Omarov on Yukon. Batata is exhausted, so he's going to get a rest. Yoniyama on as well. Yamada showing a lack of discipline. And, well, we're running out of time here to get anything in this game. We need 2 goals. Truthfully, we've not really done enough in this game. Even when we've gone to the more attacking system, we've struggled to have the ball. We've struggled to create stuff too, and the time's just going. What an awful episode today. And we could be about to lose 3-1 in back-to-back matches, and I just feel sad, really. Yeah, that's poor, innit? That's really bad. I mean, on the one hand, I was talking about having second place wrapped up. All of a sudden, we're 8 points clear, and yet there's a limited number of games left. It's not done yet. There's a fair few teams hunting us down, and we need a couple more wins at the very least to end this year. After the euphoria of the last few episodes, maybe just a reminder of exactly where we've come from and where we're actually at. We've got 5 games left of the league season. We've got Real Acura in 8th, Rheinmere, who are in 11th, Van Raum in at 10th, Vespa in 19th we should beat, and then Trinita, who are in 17th. The last 2 games should be really winnable, but based on our recent form, I really hope we're going to get over the line. Whether or not we get over the line, you'll have to come back tomorrow to find out. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, go down below. You know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment, feed the algorithm, tell your friends. I'll see you tomorrow. It's me, Jack. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.